yesterday I worked on coming up with my questions for my season's weather project. And when I was done, I spent some time kind of decorating my cover about my topic. I made it look really nice. Today I want to talk to you about answering the questions. So my first question is, why do we have seasons? I found a book that I have here in the classroom, but you might be able to find a book on Epic. My book is called Sunshine Makes the Seasons. So I'm going to use a book to help me answer my question. You can use an actual book from the library. You can use a book on Epic. You can also search the internet, and we'll talk about that another day, about how to look for questions or look for answers to your questions. So, Sunshine Makes the Seasons. I'm looking for my answer to my question, why do we have seasons? I don't just want to say sunshine. I don't think that's a very good second grade answer. So I'm going to look for some more details. Sunshine makes the seasons. Sunshine warms the earth. If the sun stopped shining, the earth would get colder and colder, and we would freeze. The whole earth would freeze. The sun shines all through the year, but we are warmer in summer than in winter. The amount of sunshine makes the difference. The earth spins around or rotates once in 24 hours. That's why we have day and night. When we are on the sun side of the earth, there is daylight. As the earth rotates, we turn away from the sun. There is sunset and then night. I didn't know that. That doesn't answer my question about why there are seasons, but I did learn something new. At the same time that the earth spins, it goes around the sun. The earth takes a year to make one trip around the sun. During a year, the length of our day changes. In winter, the days are short. It may be dark by the time you get home from school. It is cold because we don't get many hours of sunshine. Ooh, that's something good to know. I'm going to hold on to that little nugget of information in my brain. If I had a sticky note, I could mark my page to remember to come back to this page. As we move into spring, days become a bit longer. By summer, they are even longer. The days may be so long that it is still light when you go to bed. It is warm because we get many hours of sunshine. After the long days of summer, then the days begin to get shorter and cooler. It is fall and time to go back to school. All through the year, the earth has been rotating once in 24 hours, giving us day and night. And all through the year, the lengths of darkness and daylight have been changing. The seasons have been changing too. You can see the reason for these changes by using an orange for the earth, a pencil, and a flashlight. Push a pencil through the orange from top to bottom. The top is the North Pole. You can mark it with an N. The bottom is the South Pole. Use a marking pen. Draw a line around the world halfway between the poles. That's the equator. Stick a pin in the orange about halfway between the equator and the North Pole, and imagine that this is where you live. Turn the pencil and the orange. The pencil is the axis of the orange. The earth also has an axis. There is nothing like a pencil through the earth, but the earth spins as though there were something like a pencil running from pole to pole. Hold the axis of the orange straight up and down in a darkened room. Have someone shine a flashlight on the orange. The light is supposed to be the sun. The part of the orange toward the flashlight is in daylight. The other half is in darkness. Daylight falls on the North Pole and also the South Pole. Even when you spin the orange, walk all around the flashlight. Keep the light shining on the orange. That would be the same as the earth going all around the sun. It would be a year. Keep the axis straight up and down. Wherever you are as you circle the flashlight, the orange is lighted from pole to pole. All through the year and all over the earth, days and nights would be the same length. There would be no change in seasons. But we know that does not happen on Earth. The days get shorter and then longer as the Earth goes around the sun, and winter changes to summer. That is because the axis of the Earth is not straight up and down. It's tilted. I didn't know that either. That's a good fact. If I had a sticky note, I would mark it there too. Let's experiment with the orange. This time, tilt the axis the way it is tilted in the picture. That's the way the Earth's axis is tilted. Hold the orange so the North Pole is tilted away from the flashlight. Turn the orange all the way around and you will see that the pin is in the light only a short time. The northern half of the Earth has short days and long nights. Sunlight does not fall on the North Pole. The North Pole has its long winter night. It is summer and it is cold. Keep the axis of the orange tilted in the same direction and go part way around the flashlight. Now the light falls on both poles. It is springtime in the north and the days are getting longer. Without changing the tilt of the axis, move until you are halfway around the flashlight from where you started. Soon the North Pole will be tilted toward the light, and it is summer. As you turn the orange, the pin is in the light longer than it is in the dark. The northern half of the Earth has long days and short nights. The North Pole has its long summer day. It is summer and it is warm. Keep moving around the flashlight. Remember, always keep the orange tilted in the same direction. You'll see that once again the light falls on both the North Pole and the South Pole of the orange. It is fall in the north and the days are getting shorter and cooler too. Keep moving around and you come back to winter. They happen because sunshine makes the seasons and because the axis of the Earth is tilted. The southern half of the Earth has seasons too. They are opposites of our seasons. When it is summer and we are going to the beach, people on the southern half of the Earth have winter. They are skating and skiing. The North Pole and South Pole also have seasons. Their winters are cold and dark. The sun does not rise every day. It is dark all winter long. During summer at the poles, the sun does not set every day. For several weeks, there is no night. Wow, that's a fun fact. I think maybe the back page, I'm going to make a fun fact page. This doesn't really answer any of my questions, but it's something interesting to know. The poles have weeks of winter of no daylight in winter and no nighttime in summer. That's just a fun fact that I think is really interesting. It doesn't answer any of my questions, but I just think people might like to know that. Seasons at the poles are opposite. When the North Pole has winter, the South Pole has summer. 6 months later, when it is winter at the South Pole, it is summer at the North Pole. Along the equator, it is warm all the time. The temperature stays about the same all through the year. You can see why, if you experiment with the orange, move the pin to the equator. Watch the pin to see what happens as you go through a year. You'll see that day and night are just about the same length in summer and winter, spring and fall. That's good if you like warm weather all the time, but it's also nice to see snow once in a while, to see the flowers and birds of springtime, to go swimming in summer, and have pumpkins in the fall. Year after year, the days change, and so do the seasons. We have winter, spring, summer, and fall because the sun warms the earth and because the axis of the earth is tilted. There's a list of fun facts here, but I feel like I have enough information to answer my first question now. My first question is, why do we have seasons? I'm going to use part of my question in my answer. We have seasons because the sun warms the earth for different amounts of time throughout the year as the earth spins around on its axis around the sun. I feel like I might need to reread my answer just to make sure it makes sense. Why do we have seasons? We have seasons because the sun warms the earth for different amounts of time throughout the year as the earth spins around on its axis around the sun. I think I need to clarify, make this answer a little bit clearer. I'm going to say Earth's axis is tilted. It's not straight up and down. Remember in the book, it kind of leans a little. So different parts of the earth get different amounts of sunlight. Oh, and then there was a part in the book that said that the more sunlight meant it was going to be warm like summer. I'm going to see if I can find that page. And then less sunlight made it colder in winter. I feel like I can answer some of those questions on what makes it cold in winter and what makes it hot in summer. So I'm not going to put all of that information here. I can use that information to answer my other questions. We have seasons because the sun warms the earth for different amounts of time throughout the year as the earth spins around on its axis around the sun. Earth's axis is tilted so different parts of the earth get different amounts of sunlight. Now, I feel like I did an okay job answering my question. I've only got 2 sentences, so I might think if there's something else I can add, but I don't want to repeat something else that I'm going to answer on a different question. There's a word at the bottom of my page that says resource. That means, did you use a website? Did you use a book? What was it called? I used a book, and it was called Sunshine Makes the Seasons. And I want to put the author, too. All right. Then over here it says research rubric. There's 4 numbers here. 1, I have 1 sentence about my question. 2, I have 2 sentences that answer my question. 3, I have 3 detailed sentences that answer my question. 4, my answer is written in a paragraph with a topic sentence and 3 to 4 details. I want to try to get a 3, but I don't have 3 detailed sentences yet. I only have 2 detailed sentences. I'm wondering what else I can do to make sure that I've got 3 detailed sentences. I'm going to work on adding a third sentence to my answer so that I can give myself a 3. You can go start answering your first question.